But yeah, I feel like the internet has kind of destroyed itself, which is what happens to most of the people. There's a rise and there's a fall. And is it the internet's fall era now? And I don't mean we're not going to be engaging with the internet. I just feel like, that golden era is gone and we're in this era now, which is, well, what on earth is this? Quite frankly, it's a little bit of, wow, nothing, no coherence, no structure, no connectivity, no original personalities. And I feel like we've got a whole generation of people who are like in their 20s who just kind of really present themselves in a way that isn't even genuine or is so self-conscious, is so kind of like, I don't know, controlled, that's the word. And I think I've hinted at in other videos, like, being the millennial that I am, yay. And I think it was the 2016 video that I talked about how, I grew up in an era where you could walk out of a club and be drunk, and those pictures and that video isn't going to find its way onto the internet. I still can do that now, I think, without things ending up on the internet, because I'm just not the generation that puts everything out there. Ironic that I'm talking to you right now on the internet. But do you get what I mean? Like, it's not kind of so everything about me must be on the internet. In fact, I feel like being an analog slash digital person, an analog native and a digital native, because of a very specific time period that I was brought up in, I kind of have the best of both worlds. Like, I remember how to write a check. I remember, 4 TV channels. I remember the fifth being created here in the UK. I remember, chain letters. I remember landlines. I remember all of this stuff. I also had the first mobile phone in my year group. I also remember sending my first text messages, and being of an age where this was kind of novel. I remember having MSN Messenger. I remember going into internet chat rooms. I remember watching, like, you know, early YouTube. So, it's a really interesting kind of age to be, isn't it? And it's really interesting to have lived through the internet. And I suppose a little bit of what I'm doing now is documenting a bit of like my personal experience of living through these times and understanding what the internet provided, what it gave to us. And like, I just can't hack it. I don't understand how anybody thinks the internet at the moment is anything other than a freaking hot mess.